Lakers start the second half with a 1-point lead. Much different tone than the last time these teams met, when they basically ran away and hid after building a 17-point first quarter advantage. I'm thinking Arby's as we look at first half stats. And you see the 10-4 advantage in bench scoring, but bench rebounding also huge, Grant. 9-2 in Oklahoma City's favor.
Well, absolutely. Give a lot of that credit. Tip your hat to Nick Collison, Tom Thomas, and Nenad Kristic. Also, Russell Westbrook getting in the mix as well. The one thing I want to point out, you have to, it's glaring right now, is the 60% field goal shooting by the Lakers.
Alyssa Walker-Campbell talking to assistant coach Ron Adams about maybe how to fix that, Alyssa.
I tell you what, Ron Adams was actually in a really good mood. He was excited about the enthusiasm in the locker room, and just late in the second half, how the Thunder made a tremendous run. He said, number one, we have got to get back to our original game plan, but was so encouraged, again, the storyline with the bigs, the guys that are coming off the bench, the Anton Thomas and Nick Collison, and he said, defensively, we got to get back in transition.
Westbrook checked at the beginning of the third quarter by Derek Fisher.
Here we go, Nathan.
Finishing strong, and finally, Kristic with the basket, and you saw Westbrook throw up his arms in jubilation as that leaves Nenad 1 out of 6.
Exactly what he's saying. Hey, my big guy is back. I'm going to get him the ball. That's how they opened up the game, getting Kristic that same opportunity.
Odom with the long deuce, and if this keeps up, we're going to be riding the seesaw the rest of the way.
I'll tell you what, right now you better look for Kobe Bryant to force the issue a little bit. He went to the basket a few times in the first half, didn't get that foul call. You know he's relentless at it, so he's going to continue to put pressure not only on the Thunder defense, but on the officials to make a call.
Well, there it is. Did they put tape markers on the floor for Nenad?
Hey, it takes but one.
Sweet spot.
It takes but one to go down. Once you get that one, that first one, you're off to the races.
Now, is he taking his offense to the other end of the floor? Because defensively, he did a great job of blowing up Bynum on that last possession.
I think once you get that offense going, it motivates you to do some other things defensively. He's been very active the last two possessions, and that Kristic has.
Kristic, the Serbian, signed away from the New Jersey Nets around New Year's last season, a late season addition once he got his conditioning back. Bryant, to your point, asserting himself. At the other end, Durant, who started off missing a whole lot more than he was making. Now 7 out of 11. Again, 8 for 8 at the line in the first half as he used free throws to help settle himself down.
And that did sustain him in the first half, the free throws, but now he's got some good looks at the basket. You saw him knock that one down in rhythm.
Fisher, tough shot through a double team. Green. Bad numbers are going to pull it out. Durant screaming for the basketball. He's a little bit short. Odom going to work on Durant and scoring. Odom with 10. Becomes the third Laker in double-figure scoring. Durant has hit 4 of his last 6 shots. And after an 0 for 5 start, Kristic, well, look at the offensive rebound for Sefolosha. Kristic is 2 out of his last 3. Sefolosha, though, pays it off, second chance scoring.
Got to get contributions from everywhere. Obviously, Sefolosha is defending Kobe Bryant, but you have to make your presence felt on the offensive end as well.
Artest off the screen from Bynum. Ron Artest last year led the Houston Rockets in steals, but also set a new career high with made baskets from beyond the three-point line. They'll be at Houston, his old team, on Friday. Durant packed it along the baseline as the Lakers defense for a moment flat-footed. Durant with 24 points.
Westbrook trying to do the right thing and get deep penetration. Lost the handle on it, but right into the hands of Kevin Durant, who slams it home along the baseline.
Westbrook has 7 assists. Kristic with the foul.
Nenad Kristic had struggled in the first half. Good to see him find the rhythm, gets the ball in his sweet spot. You have to continue to be aggressive. When you're a shooter, you've got to get opportunities. Russell Westbrook saw to it that Kristic got his opportunities on the perimeter.
Well, and Westbrook now, the other night, had 2 assists and 9 turnovers. He's 7-1 the other way, assists to turns. And again, you want to look at the measurement of a young man's career as a rookie last season. Westbrook averaged against his hometown team 5 assists and 4 turns per game. Bynum having an awfully good night against the Lakers without the injured Pau Gasol. Bynum limited to 50 games last year by a knee injury. Has asserted himself nicely in Gasol's absence. Artest coast to coast to go to the free throw line. Green with the foul.
Russell trying to get the ball inside to Kristich, and everybody was kind of flat along the baseline. And when that ball got turned over, Lakers had numbers going the other way.
Yeah, they were once combatants, but Lamar Odom has become a real fan of what Artest brings to the Lakers.
It's funny to say that.
So far, so good. You know, Ron is a veteran. He's a player that can affect the game or affect whatever team he's on without shooting the basketball. And, I mean, we just added one of the best defensive players in the league to our team.
And that's exactly right. And he's been called upon to play defense, but I think in the absence of Pau Gasol, some missing offense will be made up by Ron Artest.
Pick and pop. Kristich 3 out of 4 in the quarter.
Not the same play, but the same results. Kristich getting hot.
It's funny, Artest here driving on Durant, but Sefolosha will not let him give it up to the corner. And another steal for the Thunder. That's 10 turnovers against the Lakers. Sefolosha reads it again. You don't need to be fancy. The Thunder has scored 19 points off of now 12 Laker turnovers. That, my friend, is a role reversal.
That is defensive philosophy at work. Kobe Bryant really calling for the ball in the low post, but Kristich doing a great job. I'm sorry, Sefolosha doing a great job forcing him off that low block area.
By the way, this is the 10th anniversary of the Lakers' first ever game at the Staples Center. You were there as a member of the Vancouver Grizzlies.
That is correct.
Can you say happy anniversary when you lost the game?
How do you know we lost?
为什么在吃冷的或是热的食物的时候
Night of that to the tune of 8 offensive rebounds versus only 3 for the Los Angeles Lakers. And when you get second chance opportunities, your field goal percentage goes up, your rebounding totals goes up, and you stay within this and striking distance of the game.
Offensive rebounds, steals, and blocks. The Thunder have 9 steals and 3 blocks here. Have allowed them to take 10 more cracks at the basket in the run of play. They have attempted 52 shots to 42 for the Lakers here in the quarter. The Thunder 6 out of 10. The Lakers are still shooting at a very high percentage, Grant, to your point, coming out of halftime. They're 4 out of 5. The other thing that they have been doing, and you need to watch this because they are so effective at creating opportunities down low to get to the free throw line and then separating from opponents at the free throw line. They are 4 out of 4. The Thunder has yet to get to the line here in the quarter.
Well, I got to point something out that the Kobe Bryant factor has not yielded a lot of baskets here in the third quarter for the Lakers. And what I mean by that, Kobe Bryant getting the double team and allowing his teammates to get easy baskets. That hasn't happened here in the third quarter.
Artest is going to be called for a foul. Gary Zelensky says when he split that double team and tried to dish it off to Bynum, he kicked the man. Second foul on Artest.
I couldn't see it from here if he actually made contact with that kick or not. But much like the elbow action, if you throw the elbow, it doesn't have to land. There's an infraction for that.
Trapping Westbrook. They're doing a good job of double teaming out high, but good rotation. Westbrook can't pay it off, and Odom gets underneath Kristich, who had Bynum boxed out. Lakers have turned the ball over their last 4 possessions. Bryant into the lane. Sefolosha's rebound.
And that's a shot that Bryant normally makes, but Sefolosha's length really bothers Kobe Bryant.
And Bryant Bratton that kicks his ball out of bounds. Kobe tonight, well, this morning he missed the shoot around here at the Ford Center with what the Lakers described as flu-like symptoms and a fever. The fever broke. He started out like a house of fire, but then as Durant misses baseline, Bryant, frustrated by what Sefolosha and Oklahoma City threw at him, and he's kind of quiet on the score sheet down the stretch in the first half. Odom begging for a call, hollering as he goes to the rim, but he's not going to get it.
Russell's going to try to get deep penetration here. He's got Lamar Odom on him, but he's going to call Kristich out, maybe get him to that sweet spot. Nope.
Russell trying to find Sefolosha down low, throwing it away in the trees. You think the Thunder might do better just improving their movement without the basketball. Seems like things have slowed down a little bit, and there are not enough guys cutting and leaving opportunities for Westbrook. On the other hand, good help defense, leaving Westbrook one step away from a breakaway. Odom fouls him to stop that.
I haven't seen this play in a long time. If I can take you way back, Michael Jordan did that exact same play against Utah in the NBA Finals. Comes back and steals the basketball from Karl Malone, exactly like we just saw here from the young Russell Westbrook.
So a fresh 24. That was the Lakers' first foul of the quarter. Artest sticking to Durant like glue. Kevin has the ball batted away as he drove into a triple team. Bryant, I think Sefolosha got a piece of that. Kristich with a great defensive effort out of bounds to the Thunder. I think Sefolosha, that was an air ball, but I think Sefolosha got a piece of it.
He may have gotten a piece of it, but more importantly, he's sticking right to Kobe Bryant. He's challenging every attempt from Kobe Bryant, and that's what you have to do.
And then Kristich. Offensive foul. Westbrook, his fourth turnover. Phil Jackson calling the play. He's seen enough of this over his time with the Lakers and prior with Chicago. He's not going to get too jacked up. He's just going to keep on coaching. Ollie replaces Westbrook in the Oklahoma City lineup. Russ maybe started to play a little speedy. Bynum. The hook. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a coaching consultant with the Lakers. He does not travel, but that one had Kareem written all over it as Bynum scores to make 20 points for the night. Sefolosha loses Bryant. Then tees it up as Kobe is right to him. Count it from three.
And you saw Sefolosha made the pass over to Kevin Ollie, but he didn't stand still. He followed his pass, left Kobe Bryant in the dust, knocks down the uncontested three.
Sefolosha has not taken too many of those this season. He's 4 out of 6 here. Now as we play through our 4th game of the year. Artest throws it away. 3-on-1. Look out. A little too unselfish. Bryant knew what he was doing there for Odom. He's going to be called for a charge.
How about Kristich not backing down, challenging Lamar Odom at the front of the rim. But as you can see here, Lamar Odom goes hard, but Kristich going to give him all the resistance he wants. And there's the right arm with the clear out is what the official saw. Turnover, Lakers.
So that's now 3 on Odom. Fisher will sit. Artest will sit. James Harden checks back in for Oklahoma City along with Nick Collison. Green out. Shannon Brown. Luke Walton. Now joining Bryant, Odom, and Bynum on the floor for the Lakers.
Saw Luke Walton and James Harden over in the corner chumming it up.
Offensive foul as Durant and Bryant were getting tied up along the baseline. And Gary Zelensky says Collison reached in and got a piece of Kobe. scoring in the first half, 10-4. Bench rebounding in the first half, 9-2. Significant now as Brooks and Jackson go to their reserves in the late stages of the third quarter. Bryant, good help defense. Krstić, there was body contact underneath, but they're not making it easy for Bryant to shoot. Good help by Nenad.
Well, that's what you have to do. It's not a one-man job when you defend Kobe Bryant. It's a total team effort. And I want to show you Kevin Durant taking the challenge right here. He talked about improving his individual defense. Nice job there, forcing the drive along the baseline where he has help. And that's what you have to do. It's a team effort when you talk about defending a scorer, a player of Kobe Bryant's magnitude.
And you see Kevin Fear, the veteran official, explaining his logic to Durant. Etan Thomas not ready to check back in for the Thunder.
Defensively speaking, only the third point of the half for the Lakers. So you speak to the defense of the Thunder really getting after it.
Bryant in the run of play, 5 out of 12. At the free throw line, though, he's been 7 out of 8, 18 points. 4 assists, 3 rebounds, also 3 personal fouls. Walton checking Durant. Reaches in and throws that forearm out. Kevin must be watching film because it looked like he knew what Walton was going to do and ran right into him for the call.
Let me tell you, when you have players like Walton that come in the ball game, if you're Kevin Durant and they're guarding you, you have to initiate that. You have to go right at those guys and make them defend you.
Bynum with good help defense. Bryant gets a piece of Durant. Shot clock running out. Harden, the lefty, going to go for 3. Bringing the Thunder back into the lead. Thunder 5 out of 14 beyond the arc tonight. Los Angeles 3 out of 5.
Watch the conversion here. They're going to try and get Bryant the basketball.
Harden checking Bryant, spinning outside, and Harden reaches in, collars it.
How about James Harden showing us a little bit of the deep ball? Nothing but net.
She was a contestant on American Idol, sang the Star Spangled Banner before tip-off tonight at the Ford Center. Alexis Grace right now with Alyssa.
Hey, we've seen a number of highlights tonight with the Thunder, but one of the highlights was the national anthem sung by Alexis Grace. You did a beautiful job. It's interesting. You're a Memphis girl. You're here in Oklahoma City. What was it like to perform in front of such an impressive crowd?
Oh my gosh. You know, I've performed in front of, millions of people on TV, but nothing compares to performing in front of like a live audience like this. And they're so pumped up. It was awesome.
Okay, I have to ask you, what is it like to perform in front of Simon? He seems like kind of a difficult guy to please.
Well, actually, Simon is a big teddy bear. He's a big softie. He's got a really big heart. He's not as mean as everybody, thinks he is on TV. I just think he's honest. He's not mean. But and he's actually a man of little words. He doesn't say too much either. But he's awesome. A little frightening to sing in front of, but really nice to talk to.
Well, Alexis, we're going to keep our eye on you, and perhaps you'll be the next Carrie Underwood, like here in Oklahoma.
I hope so. I hope so. I love Carrie Underwood. She's an Oklahoma girl, and maybe country music. I don't know.
There you go. Brian, back to you guys in the action.
Best Kobe Bryant can do is tie the basketball game as he misses but his second free throw. Coming to you tonight from the Ford Center. That's Alyssa Walker-Campbell. That's Grant Long. I'm Brian Davis with you on Fox Sports Oklahoma. The Fans' Choice, NBA TV, 45 million households strong. And also tonight, boy, so proud to be on the American Forces Network. I counted up 30, almost 3 dozen countries on 6 continents. Hope you're enjoying the show. Although I know a bunch of you are up awfully early or late.
Yeah, whichever you choose, late or early.
Harden, very patient. Grazes iron. Collison and Walton rattling out of bounds to the Lakers.
See, you don't mind that shot if it's in the continuity of the offense, but what I have a problem with is Harden dominated the basketball the entire shot clock. Nobody else touched it. You've got to move the basketball, get continuity.
How much of that, though, is his teammates needing, as Josh Powell told me before the game, that he's been working on a three-point shot, and he steps out and nearly gets all of that's worth. 20-footer falls for Powell. That's what hard work will do for you.
Self-made.
Durant spinning. I mean, in one fluid motion from Ali. The catch, the spin, the shoot, the score.
Exactly. That is it. Lakers turn the basketball over. I got to tell you, Kevin Durant, you're going to see him come off this screen right here. It may look easy. He just makes it look easy. To get that shot off in that small box area in fluid motion, what Kevin Durant just did, I'm telling you, you're witnessing something very special in this young player. That's a very difficult shot to make. Turn on a dime and just elevate and knock that shot down.
26 points now, a game high for Durant. The Thunder has forced the Lakers into 18 turnovers, although it has been a while since they scored any points off of those. Collison off balance with the miss. 19 Thunder points off those LA turnovers. 16 Lakers points off of 14. Oklahoma City turns. Bryant checking Durant. He's going to get it inside. Shot won't fall. Puts it back. And the Thunder, I mean, I know this isn't much, but it's their biggest lead of the night.
What a nice move there by Kevin Durant. Staying aggressive.
Powell. Durant's rebound. Shot clock is off. The Thunder against Portland the other night, at Detroit last Friday night. Very patient. Whether they win or not, a sign of maturity, how patient the Thunder is in this second season of NBA ball in the Southern Plains. Durant, little offline. Brown gonna race, pull up, and miss everything. So, in the first quarter, trailed by 13. They have come all the way back, and into the fourth quarter, they lead.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Along with Grant Long and Alyssa Walker-Campbell, Brian Davis at the Ford Center in Oklahoma City, where a much more composed Thunder team is giving the Lakers everything that it can handle. Look at the third quarter numbers, or through three quarters. The bench has been big for Oklahoma City. Without Gasol, the Lakers bench is not as deep. The last 2 minutes of each quarter, the Thunder has outscored the Lakers by a combined 18-6. 6-2 in the first, 8-2 in the second, 4-2 in the third.
It's a way to close out quarters.
Now, let's talk about money left on the table. The Thunder forced 9 Lakers turnovers in the third quarter, did not score a single point off of them. As a matter of fact, on 4 of the 9, turned it right back over.
Yeah, and I'll say, when you're at home, you've got to make those turnovers into baskets, at least half of those. But to their credit, the Thunder, they're up 2 right now.
Collison picks up his second foul as Odom drives to the basket. Lamar Odom, 4 points in the third quarter. Andrew Bynum, 4. Bryant, 5. Green forcing Artest into the corner and an air ball. Vujicic can't hang on to it. Green picks it, pocket, and packs it. Now that's what should call a crowd pleaser.
When you work hard, you get those fortuitous bounce as Jeff Green just got and slams it home. Just extra effort. Those are the hustle points I was talking about earlier in the ballgame. You have to have.
Collison trying to get his feet set, but Artest will go to the free throw line. Sounds of the game right into your lazy boy. Was trying to tell the officials that Green stepped on the line. I will say again that Jeff Green, everybody pays attention to Kevin Durant and to Russell Westbrook, but Green, like Durant, a third-year pro, Jeff out of Georgetown University, has been, we talked about Fisher being a glue guy. I think Jeff Green has been a glue guy for this team.
Well, you heard Kevin talk about Jeff when these guys were in the neighborhood back in Baltimore. Kevin said he heard about Jeff and what he was doing across town at his neighboring high school, but he had so much respect for Jeff Green and what he was doing. And I think that carries over even here. This entire team has a lot of respect for what Jeff Green does on and off the floor. He's a respected leader on this ball club.
Harden gets in front of Vujicic and misses. Collison's offensive rebound. Gets it back outside. Got some open space on the near side. Harden steps inside, triggers, and scores. Jeff Harden does such a great job of creating his own shot, and here's a great example of it.
Well, when you knock down a couple of shots, it's easy to show ball fake and get around the 7-foot Andrew Bynum. Nice execution of the offense by James Harden.
Artest floating it down, a dozen points for Artest. Came into the league with the Chicago Bulls, a second-round draft pick seemingly eons ago. Green trying to keep it alive. Collison going to post up, spinning on Powell. Garrett Stafford waved it off, setting travel. Zielinski on the baseline was going to give him and one. Stafford on the outside saw him shuffle his feet.
He shuffled his feet, but come on, you got the contact right there. That forced him to shuffle his feet.
Powell blown up by Thomas. Bynum gets it back. Collison blocks him. Zielinski is going to call a shooting foul. No, we got a shot clock issue.
Never lack of effort on the part of the Thunder. Etan Thomas, Nick Collison in there making things happen, gumming it up and making it physical. My kind of play.
5 blocks. I'll tell you something else right now. Thomas and Bynum checking and chucking, and Thomas is called for the foul. Beat LA. Haven't got the crowd count, but I can see that up in the Euchre seats, every seat is filled. It's got to be a sellout.
Good defensive rotation, that possession. Shot clock under 5 right now.
Bynum blocked by Green. Gets it back, and in desperation finds Iron, Ollie, and Powell tied up. And Kevin Fear gets Ollie.
Perfect rotation. As you see Nick Collison coming down to help. Jeff Green not giving up on the play. His length bothering that shot. Good execution on the defensive end.
Thunder's going to start the season. Artest from 3. Thomas did a nice job of pushing Bynum away from the post, but Artest feeling it from long distance. 15 points for Artest, 6 in the quarter.
We talked about that at the top. Don't think just because he came over and has accepted his role as a defensive player on this team that he lacks. He can still get it going, Ron Artest.
Very crafty move by Ollie, taking advantage of the young player Brown. Artest has scored all 6 of the Lakers' points here in the quarter, and barring a lightning strike, it's certainly the pace of this game right now. And off the ball, is that going to go against Bynum? Yeah, they got Bynum Bynum finally. And look at Thomas smirking. Give a little applause to the official for the call, and KD over there going, "Hey, Pops, way to go!"
And I said at that point, this could be one of those plays that gets Kevin Durant. James Harden's been a big facilitator tonight. We already saw in the last 3 games. He's been one of those players who can use the screen and roll to really get inside and get deep and set up his teammates. He's done a fine job of that tonight, and also looking for his own offense as well.
Thunder is, unless the Lakers explode here in the last 9 minutes, and they certainly could. But the Thunder is threatening to hold its first 4 opponents under 100 points. Last year they did that. Remember, a team that only won 23 games was 18-11 in those games.
And as you can see, James Harden trying to get involved in the screen and roll where he's been so effective.
Thomas scores that. Phil Jackson said, "I've noticed that the Thunder has become much better defensively." Last year on their championship run, the Lakers were 37-5 when they held the other guy under 100. So this is what Scott Brooks is trying to do here in Oklahoma City as well. Let's take a look at our news and notes brought to you by Jack Daniels. John Rondo, well, just a few days ago, I read that they had broken that off. What does it mean to score 10,000 career points?
I wouldn't know. I would not
just a little
know that
bitter
question.
about that.
Well, you know what? After 14 years and you can't score 10,000 points, what's wrong with it?
It means you were a setup guy. It means you were a great offensive rebounder.
More, go ahead.
Meant you were a great defensive player.
Yeah.
Meant you forced a lot of turnovers.
That's right.
Meant that nobody who scored 10,000 on your team could have done it without you.
Well, you know what, then when you put it that way, it means a lot coming from you, partner. When you put it that way, I guess I didn't miss out on getting 10,000 points.
Your friends at Jack Daniels remind you to drink responsibly. Our test scoring responsibly here in the quarter. All 8 Los Angeles points out of his hands here since the last quarter break. Ali. Arden. Set his feet, draws the charge. That's 4 on Bryant.
Heady play by James Harden. Got Kobe Bryant coming at your full speed. More than likely, he's going to make something happen where you don't get the call. What does he do? Just give your body up. Nice play by Harden.
Take a look here. Look at him. Sets the feet.
Took the brunt of that hit all the way.
Right up on the balls of his feet. I mean, that's like running into a brick wall.
Looked like the official for half a second wanted to call the block action.
But he made the right call.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what's been nice for Scott Brooks is for the last 5 minutes or so, 4.5 minutes or so, he's been able to keep Kevin Durant on the bench, and this Thunder team has been playing and firing on all cylinders.
Now the ball is moving. Green can't cut it off. Odom. Jeff Green ain't going to let him do it. Green, Stein, I mean, he was 10 feet off the ground. And how many times since training camp have we seen that? The guy who misses the shot or gives the ball up gets all the way back to regain possession for the Thunder. Along the baseline, Bryant steals.
Important to have composure right now. You have to be aware that along the baseline, the Lakers have shown that they're going to trap. So you've got to get that ball off that baseline near the corner.
Bryant scores his first basket of the quarter. His 7th since intermission. Bodies flying all over the place. This crew is letting him play, which is fine by us.
Well, absolutely. It's been a physical contest all night long, so no reason to think that it's going to stop now.
It was the Thunder's insertion of Etan Thomas way back in the first quarter after Andrew Bynum had taken advantage of Krstić that really changed the tone of this game. Offensive rebound for Ali. Green steps back and misses again. Jeff just can't find the range here. A couple of consecutive air balls for Green. He's 5 out of 11 on the night. Bynum to the free throw line. Jeff Green not shooting particularly well, but my goodness, you cannot fault his effort. This is signature Thunder basketball. Tom win a trip to see the Thunder take on the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. A unique code given on every Thunder telecast, radio broadcast, and original episode of our team show, Air at Thunder. The more you tune in, the higher your chances to win. We're going to pick the winner February 10th, announce that individual live on the air February 11th. Tonight's code. To start the season. You know, they did that last year too, but then they began to unravel and gave up 108, 110 a night routinely until well after the coaching change in November. Look at that.
Well, I got a feeling that this defensive philosophy from Scott Brooks is in place, and it's in place to stay. These guys have bought into that system, and they understand that it will be defense first before offense, as evidenced tonight.
Our test has been so helpful to the Lakers defensively. A double miss by Bynum. Kobe trying to hustle it back into another Laker possession. But our test has been a difference maker much of the night defensively. He's bothered Durant in stretches. Also, when nobody else could score, it was Artest who carried that mail to begin the fourth quarter. Westbrook stepping back from Fisher to score.
And you know what made that play? Etan Thomas set a double screen, missed him the first time, got Fisher the second time, and that improved the shooting range for Westbrook. Got him a little closer to the basket.
One and done. Lakers shot 60% in the first half. Look at Green with a piece of Artest. He's going to be called for the foul. Third foul on Green. Barbed wire tonight. This is not the place for you to be.
Jeff Green has made some remarkable effort plays tonight that go in that hustle category. You won't see him. You can't keep track of him. There's no number. But Jeff Green has been all over the place. You saw him dive out of bounds to catch that one. This play to stop the sure two by Ron Artest.
3 straight misses at the line for the Lakers, who are 9 of 23 in the run of play, 9 of 23 from the floor since halftime. The Thunder, meantime, shooting 50% at 15 of 30. On the night, they have forced 21 Laker turnovers and have scored 21 points off of them. The Lakers last year, their season high for a game was 25. Terrific action. Sabarosa trying to drop it off. That ball tipped. We got a conference. Fear says Lakers. Zielinski says Thunder. Fear corrects himself and awards possession to the Thunder off of Andrew Bynum's head.
Good thought there by Thabo Sefolosha. The action that he flashed in there opened that up.
12 seconds to shoot. Etan Thomas going to need some attention from the Thunder athletic training staff as he comes away with the front of his uniform spotted with blood. That's something on the arm. So Joe Sharp, the Thunder's head athletic trainer, will get to work on him.
See, it won't be as simple as getting the blood off of his arm. They have to have it off of his jersey as well. He can't continue to play until they swap out the jersey. So you see Joe Sharp and company trying to get that off right now.
And that's the Thunder's equipment manager, Mark St. Ives, who is using his miracle juice. And we're talking about the Thunder on pace to hold the Lakers, their fourth consecutive opponent, under 100 points. The Thunder is the only team in the league that has started by holding its first three opponents under 100. Beat LA, that chant, all the way up to the rafters here at the Ford Center as it gets late. The Thunder clinging to this one-point lead. Westbrook going to step inside Fisher. Bryant with the rebound. Kobe Bryant hasn't scored an awful lot, but he's had some timely rebounds here in the second half. Sefolosha doing what he was charged to do coming in tonight. Artest bothering Westbrook into a turnover. Green is back. They both hit the deck and again, let him play. Artest scoring. He has 20 points. 3 Lakers with 20 points or more. Usually when you have 3 guys at 20 plus, you're going to win the game.
Here comes Westbrook. He'll get a shot here. Good defense by Fisher.
Shot clock winding down. Westbrook going to drive into the trees. That's the kind of thing that he really got control on last year. He did too much of it early.
The play was actually set up for Westbrook to get some action there. He turned the corner on Lamar Odom. Didn't really have the step on him. That's one of those plays you have to bring it back and reset it.
Bryant going to step inside, scooping to the basket. Kobe getting busy. Classic in the game against Atlanta the other night. The Hawks cut the lead to 10. Kobe had 2 offensive rebound putbacks, 2 free throws. Adios, Atlanta. And this is his time. Durant and Thomas miscommunicate. 19 turnovers now against Oklahoma City. And for the 3rd consecutive game, the Lakers have scored 20-plus points off of Thunder turnovers.
It's what we do. By Chesapeake Energy, America's champion of natural gas. By Devon Energy. Commitment runs deep. By MidFirst Bank, the official bank of the Thunder. By the Oklahoman, the state's most trusted news. And by Sandridge Energy, discovering beneath, exploring beyond.
Tonight's player of the game brought to you by Bud Light, the glue guy, the energy guy, Jeff Green.
Done just about everything they've asked him to do tonight. All over the place. And I tell you, the thing that does it for me, that sends this over the top, the player of the game, the extra effort that Jeff Green gave tonight, the extra hustle points all over the place, throwing his body, taking charges, saving the ball, just everywhere tonight. Very active for Jeff Green.
Durant has not taken a shot here in the 4th quarter. Artest with 11, Bryant with 4. And they have been the offense in terms of the finishers for the Lakers. Next player of the game brought to you by Bud Light.
Let me tell you what's going to happen here now. Kobe Bryant's going to really force the issue here with just under 3 minutes to play. It's a tight game. He knows that he'll get that call from the official. So you'll see him try and get that ball to the basket and initiate contact as well.
How many times have you seen that? We certainly saw it last year. The Thunder cut in a game in February, cut the Lakers' lead to 1 point. Kobe, he didn't even talk to Phil Jackson. He just pulled off his warm-ups and put himself back in the game and helped Los Angeles reestablish the lead. And now, Bryant with 6 points in the quarter, and the Lakers have a 5-point lead. Cephalosha cuts this to a one-possession game with his second three ball of the night. A sellout crowd, 18,203. Many of them on their feet at the Ford Center.
You have to know that Kobe will touch the basketball. Steal!
In the end, for Cephalosha, 7 seconds to shoot. Cephalosha complaining to Kevin Fear, hey, Fisher got his fingertips on this last, but a great overplay by Tahoe.
Oh, wow. It's a great overplay. It looked like Fisher took that ball right out of bounds.
Well, you hear the booing. They're seeing it on the big board here. 7 seconds to shoot. Bryant spinning, creating space. Westbrook with the rebound.
Show me that patience, young fella. Show me the patience. Run your team.
Durant giving it up. Cephalosha crowding the score. If they're going to block you, get your teammates involved, and Westbrook and Durant have embraced that here. Timely basket. 27 points now for Kobe. 8 in the quarter. Fisher. Westbrook put on the Jets. Fisher reached in and is called for the foul.
It's about execution again. You don't have to go for the home run. You don't need the three-point. I like this timeout by Scott Brooks. Settle the guys down. The game is kind of not getting away from them, but it's at a high pace right now. Settle these young guys down. Get them into an offense.
It's a 20-second timeout, and this is for the Thunder. Let's go back to something that we talked about before the broadcast. This is not a game that you want to circle too big in red, but they are the defending champions. You are trying to take strides forward, Kevin Durant, on what the Thunder can learn from these Lakers.
I watched them a lot. It was just a team you can learn from. A player like Kobe Bryant, guys like Lamar Odom and Paul Gasol, you can learn from them. And they're champs. It's going to be a tough challenge for us tonight, but we're looking forward to it.
Well, certainly Durant has, in the last couple of moments, played smart basketball. He has not scored here in the quarter, but he is coming back, don't forget, from a 3 for 21 shooting night against Portland. He is 10 of 19, 8 of 8 from the line, and here we go. Thomas, the cutter. Durant going to clean it up. He's out of bounds. Down the stretch we go, and make sure to check out Live Thoroughbred Racing each Friday through Monday at Remington Park with free admission and parking. Go to remingtonpark.com for more information. Well, what a stretch run we've got now. The final 65 seconds of regulation here at the Ford Center. Odom blocked by Thomas.
Here we go. Here we go. Slow it down. Get yourself a good play.
Green gets Odom to leave his feet.
Yes.
Ties the game.
Yes. People are on their feet in the Ford Center.
Bryant with 8 in the quarter. Cephalosha on the floor. Shot clock winding down. That's an air ball. The 22nd turnover of the game by Los Angeles Thunder basketball. With 25.3 remaining.
Look at top on Cephalosha. Just getting after it. His long arms really giving Kobe Bryant trouble all night long.
That is Cephalosha's 4th steal of the night. The Thunder with 13 as a team.
I can't tell you how refreshing to see that kind of action happen, because it tells me that this entire team is buying into the philosophy of defense first, defense win basketball games, and these guys, the Thunder, buying into it full throttle.
I want to talk about the emotional maturity, though, that we have seen the Thunder going back to Friday at Detroit. The Pistons were not letting them get into their offense. They found a way. Same thing at Portland. Even though they weren't shooting the basketball well, they found a way to compete. And tonight, yet again, Grant, this is a team that has taken a major stride in its own maturity.
Well, you can see they haven't backed down. World champion Lakers, this team has not backed down from the Kobe Bryants and the LeVar Odoms of the world. They are on the same floor. They feel like, we're players just like you guys are. We respect what you've done, but not so much so that we're not going to come out here and compete to the highest level.
Play the man, don't play the uniform.
Absolutely, absolutely. Play the team, not the championships.
Thabo Cephalosha. Again, Kevin Ollie puts him in a class with Gary Payton, puts him in a class with Bruce Bowen, two of the best defenders we've seen in recent times in the NBA. 4 steals tonight.
Let me tell you what was nice about that, BD. The fact that most players, you see how he's active with his hands. He's reaching. He's trying to force a turnover, just trying to pick that ball away. Most guys would just let Kobe Bryant sit there and do what he wants to do. You have to be proactive as a defender as well. You can't just be reactive, and that's what Thabo Cephalosha was on that possession.
Bryant has turned it over 5 times. Here we go, crunch time. Green will inbound. Thomas, Cephalosha, Westbrook, and Durant on the floor for Oklahoma City. Odom, Bynum, Bryant, Artest, and Fisher for the Lakers. Starters all except for Thomas. He changed the tone of this game with his physical defense tonight.
You take this one all the way down, you wind the clock out, and you don't give the Lakers a chance to do anything.
Look at Artest, far side of your screen. Pushing Durant way outside.
It's KD's game to win. That's where you want the basketball.
Hasn't even taken a shot here in the 4th quarter. And misses everything. 2.7 remaining. Plenty of time for the defending champions to get her done. So at this end now, you got to be careful not to foul, but what else?
I got to point this out right away. Jeff Green, first guy over to Kevin Durant, good shot. Didn't catch anything on the rim. But talking about this is a team. Talking about the Thunder. Jeff Green goes right over to Kevin Durant. Don't worry about it. Good shot. Understanding that there's a lot more basketball to play right now. You've got to get a stop here. That play is over with. You've got to put the focus now on your defense.
Durant stayed after at shoot-around today so long that head coach Scott Brooks, who normally speaks after all the players are off the floor, Brooks had his session with the media, and KD was still out there working with the coaching staff and shooting from every angle on the floor. He is 0 for 7 from 3 tonight. 10 of 20 overall, 8 of 8 from the line.
2.7 on the clock. That's plenty of time for a guy like Kobe Bryant to go one-on-one. I'd like to see, once he catches the ball, perhaps a double team just to get the ball out of his hands.
The Lakers playing for the win, the Thunder playing for overtime.
Watch Bynum also underneath the basket.
They tip the inbound. Cephalosha going to heave it up. And we are going to play extra time tonight at the Ford Center.
Take a look at the sticky defense. Thabo Cephalosha, again, very active with his hands. This time it was Kevin Durant who stuck a hand in there. Nice job
23
defensively.
turnovers tonight for the Lakers. Cephalosha has been fabulous tonight against Bryant. 27 points, yes, but on 8 of 20 shooting from the floor. Etan Thomas said, what do I have to prove? I haven't played for 2 years. Had a cardiac procedure the year before last, then lost last season to a knee injury. I have a lot to prove, and he has certainly proved a lot here tonight. Thomas with 10 rebounds.
Watch by
in 31 minutes of time. When he was inserted for Nenad Krstic. Krstić's game tonight, not a good match for the Thunder against Andrew Bynum, Lamar Odom. Bynum scored a bunch early. He's got 22 on the night. Durant, so long, Westbrook skying for the offensive rebound. Odom is going to be called for the foul, and Westbrook is going to shoot a pair of free throws.
You saw Westbrook going for that offensive rebound. I talked to Russell, and I said, well, why is it that you're able to go in and get those rebounds? Most of the time, guards have to get back and cover the backcourt, but not you. Is there a rhythm to how you go in? He said he has to look at how the defense is playing him. And that instance, if they don't get the offensive rebound, the backcourt is not covered. So Russell Westbrook, when he goes, he's almost 100% sure that he's going to come up with that rebound. And to his credit, he normally does.
Thunder has been so much more effective in the paint. Lakers outscored them 16-2 in the first quarter. Since then, 34-22 in Oklahoma City's favor. Well, if you're with us on the American Forces Network, we apologize if we're keeping you up too late tonight. 3 dozen countries in a half dozen continents. Fisher off the glass. Man, that was just a tough shot. We're with you tonight, men and women of the military, and also on NBA TV. Glad to have you along, initiating this broadcast on Fox Sports Oklahoma. Fisher fighting through that pick. Westbrook lost the handle. Fisher goes down, loses it. Durant for 3. Thomas, another offensive rebound and a foul.
Keep fighting. Just keep fighting. Work, work, work. You see Atan just being active on the glass. Very careful not to get a push in the back. Creates that space, elevates and gets the rebound. Nice effort by Atan Thomas.
Odom's 4th foul.
He's been huge all night long. And again, that three-headed beast of a center that the Thunder have in Atan Thomas, Nick Collison, and Nenad Krstic just did yeoman's work with him.
That basket by Bynum to start overtime is the only scoring from any Laker not named Artest or Bryant since the beginning of the 4th quarter. What's the difference? Lakers by a stick man. Sellout crowd. The Thunder's second in as many home games. Odom for 3. He came into the ball game 3 out of 10. Make it 4 out of 11 on this young season for Odom as the Lakers make a strong bid now. The 4-point lead for victory in their road opener. Has not had an opportunity on charity here in the extra period.
All about execution coming out of the timeout. You want to get a good offering at the basket.
Westbrook, Durant, inside Thomas.
I don't think you can get more high percentage than that. Right at the basket for Atan Thomas, set up by the drive from Kevin Durant.
Bothering Westbrook, they're collapsing on Durant. Odom stood up by Green. 4-on-2 the other way. My goodness. He just parted the purple sea.
Tough decision to make when you've got Thabo Sefolosha on one wing and Kevin Durant on the other. Russell Westbrook poised, takes it all the way to the basket.
Well, he kind of outthought him because everybody started to drift off to what they thought would be the shooters. Kobe steps back and knocks it down.
Such a tough shot by Kobe Bryant. When you get in that mid-post area, it's such a tough double-team area, and he's mastered that much like Michael Jordan did when he was playing that turnaround baseline jumper.
Fisher has really been sticking tight to Westbrook, and he gets a piece of Russell. Bynum recovers. Second turnover of overtime for the Thunder. Bryant playing tonight with the flu. The Lakers without the injured Pau Gasol. Bynum has played a game-high 46 minutes. Bryant forced deep and out of bounds, in fact, for the Lakers.
Well, the help-side defense, here comes the Thomas. The drive, it's the setup by the dribble penetration. Everybody has to help on the Lakers side. That leaves a Thomas. But look at the defense by Jeff Green, who's been stable all night long. Sets up the fast break opportunity for Russell Westbrook.
Green's had a tough matchup tonight. With Odom, Westbrook and Fisher have really been getting after each other as well, and Fisher is called for the foul, his fourth.
I'm wondering what the word is around the league, because when Portland came in here, Steve Blake was really trying to get under the skin of Russell Westbrook, much like Derek Fisher is trying to do now. Fisher's been whistled for the foul call, but I wonder what's going on and what's the word around the league about Russell Westbrook and why guys are coming in and trying to agitate him that way.
Durant sees an opportunity, goes in low. Green was standing all by himself out there on the wing. KD didn't see it.
Trying to drive the ball and make something happen. Kevin Durant doing a very good job. Trying to be a decoy. If he can get in and draw some defense, perhaps he can make that kick-out pass to some open shooters. Offensive foul on Kobe. He can't believe it.
That's 5 on Kobe. They're putting at the jersey tug. And Kevin Pierce saw it.
Officials are right on top of this thing here tonight.
26 turnovers. That is one more than the Lakers' season high from their championship season a year ago. Green shows. Gonna run. Gonna shoot 2. That's the second time that's happened to him here.
Drive the ball to the basket. Good things happen.
That time he drove the ball into the basket.
Got to continue to drive. And you know, when he sets out to take that drive, he understands that Andrew Bynum is underneath the basket, and he's going to have to take a hit for that. But that's what you got to do. That's what he put on 10 or 15 pounds in the offseason for, to take that hit.
Bynum's 5th foul. Green. Last season, a substantial improvement in his free throw percentage, but a critical miss here. Lakers with the 1-point lead as now we play in the final minute of the first overtime. Bynum and Bryant on the floor with 5 fouls apiece.
Watch Kobe on the back door. He told Artest he was open for the lob last time.
Sefolosha reaching in again without fouling. Bryant steps back.
Great defense by Sefolosha.
Rebound kicked by Green to Westbrook. Stop us. No, don't stop us if you've seen this before. The Thunder with a possession late with a chance to take the lead. Timeout. Scott Brooks. Sefolosha. Oh, what a pickup he was, and what a player he has been tonight for the home team. Tonight, a sellout crowd of 18,203. Raining from the rafters. Neither team has scored a field goal in the last 2 minutes. On the Lakers' end, it is largely due to that guy right there, Thabo Sefolosha, with 4 steals tonight, as he has bothered Kobe Bryant into 9 of 22 shooting. Now, mind you, Kobe's got a game-high 29 points. He's gotten to the line. The Thunder's also out-rebounded the Lakers. Durant catching, shooting, and missing again. Shot clock is off. Rebounding 4-2. Now 3 in the Thunder's advantage in the quarter. And Durant has missed his last 5 field goal attempts as Ron Artest has done to Durant what Sefolosha has done to Bryant.
When he comes off and gets a good look, the help side came on the part of the Lakers that may have bothered that last offense from Kevin Durant.
Now the Thunder forced to foul. Sefolosha putting Bryant back onto the free throw line, where he is 10 out of 12. Kobe tonight. Flew what flew. They've got a big game on Friday. Check that on tomorrow night.
Go to Houston.
In Houston. We leave Friday for Houston. Bryant, 41 points against Atlanta, 30 here tonight. Doing what he so often does, taking it over late and trying to help the Lakers close it out. Thunder takes a 20-second timeout. Now needing 3 to tie. Durant is 10 out of 24. Hasn't scored since the beginning of the 4th quarter. Late in regulation, he did a nice job of finding other teammates to score, or at least give an opportunity. With him not having success scoring for the longest time now, is he may be best advised to try to give it up and give somebody else a chance to get them involved.
Well, you're absolutely right. I think it's a perfect opportunity for Kevin to be a decoy or diversion, if you will. Jeff Green has shot the ball particularly well tonight, 3 for 5 from beyond the arc. He can get hot. Sefolosha has shown improvement from beyond the arc as well. And here's the thing, it doesn't have to be a three-pointer with 18 seconds left to go. You can just get a sure 2, come back and foul and play that game for a few seconds, but it doesn't have to be an absolute 3 right now. I like if Kevin Durant catches the ball, dribble drive, and sets up somebody else.
Since admission, the Thunder 3 of 13 beyond the arc. Durant finding Sefolosha alone. And in the scramble for the basketball, Westbrook fouls Odom. Boy, they had the guy. You mentioned it, Sefolosha tonight was 2 out of 4 from 3.
Now you got a guy shooting 50% on the night from the three-point line and it's open in the corner by himself. You take that. You couldn't have drew that up better if you're Scott Brooks.
Give Artest his props, though. You know, a good closeout is not only to be there with your hand up, to be in the air, and Artest was, as he scrambled back to close out Sefolosha.
And just as directed, Kevin Durant catches the ball, the defense comes to him, and he makes a nice shovel pass over to Sefolosha.
Odom trying to insert the dagger, but misses the first shot. These are his only free throws of the night, and he's short again. Missed everything. Missed everything.
No timeout, so they've got to go right now, the Thunder do.
Going to take it side out. Krstić in front of the Thunder bench. Krstić, Westbrook, Durant, Sefolosha, and Green.
Plenty of time. All you have to do is inbound the ball. Plenty of time to get a good shot.
Fisher riding up. He's going to step back. He's going to shoot. Bryant's rebound. That's going to take care of it. An incredibly spirited effort by this improving young Oklahoma City side, but the Lakers flex their muscle and play like the defending champions in this overtime victory. Our final score, 101-98. Game time from Houston, 7:30. We're with you on Friday night here. Thunder and Lakers final take.